Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today's video is going to be my 7-week pregnancy update. I am 7 weeks pregnant, and yeah, not a whole lot has changed in the last week, but let's just jump right into the symptoms and can kind of go off of the app that I use. So the first thing that I wanted to talk about was extremely tired. I'm so tired. I literally feel like I could sleep all day long. You know, even after I take a nap, I wake up and I'm still really tired. I think the hardest thing right now about the exhaustion is that I have no energy. I literally have no motivation to do anything. Cleaning the house, even washing my hair. I mean, obviously I do those things, but I just have like no motivation. And it's really hit me in the last 2 weeks. It's been tough with the exhaustion and no energy and no motivation. That's normally, I mean, I go through my spurts with that, but it's really hard. Another thing that I'm experiencing is moodiness, which I had a little bit of that in the beginning, and now it's back. Well, I don't think it actually really went away. I think it's just more noticeable now, or maybe noticeable again. I don't know. It's still there. I feel real irritable, real snappy. I get frustrated really quickly. I don't know. It's kind of not a good thing to have. Let's see. Another symptom that I'm having is food aversions. Just thinking about food makes me want to throw up. The other day I had taken out some chicken breasts out of the freezer, and we were gonna grill chicken breasts, and I opened the refrigerator, and just looking at them, it was just disgusting. Just the thought of it makes me want to throw up. And it's really with meats, and I don't know, chicken breast though, anyways, we won't talk about that anymore, but food aversions for sure. Morning sickness. Now, so let me just back up a little bit. I want to say in my week, maybe it was week 5, a little bit week 6, but this really came on just as of yesterday. Yesterday was a really rough day around our household. Both of my kids were really sick. My daughter was throwing up all day long yesterday. My son has more of the upper respiratory type symptoms. But she was vomiting and all that, the lower GI symptoms, and took her to the walk-in clinic, which ended up turning out into the emergency room. They both were tested for influenza. Elijah was tested for RSV, and Brianna just was tested for influenza. Thankfully, everything came back negative. Neither one of them had any of that. The doctor said that it was more likely just a viral infection, and to just keep up with the fluid.
Currently, we are in the hospital for the children. They just have viral infections, and Krista is over here in the corner not feeling well. What do you feel like?
Poop.
Poop, everybody. Number 2. No, but you feel nauseous, and what else do you feel like?
Just very sick.
Very sick. She had morning sickness real bad with Elijah and Brianna. Who'd you had it worse with?
Brianna.
Oh, Brianna. Okay. All right. I'll want to end the video here because I know you're not feeling too well.
Push fluids, and today things are a lot better, but I started yesterday, and I thought maybe I was just getting what she had, but the reason that I knew that this was pregnancy related is because even though I felt nauseous, I still really wanted a cheeseburger. And normally when I'm sick, if I'm feeling nauseous or I'm throwing up, just the thought of food or just the smell or anything, that would just put me over. But when I'm pregnant and I'm having the morning sickness, I still want the food, unless it's to a really, really bad point, which it has before. But anyways, that's how I could tell that it was the morning sickness and it wasn't what she had. But on our way home, well, while in the emergency room, I started feeling extremely nauseous, and just really just terrible. And actually on the way home from the emergency room, I actually threw up in the car. Thankfully, I had one of those emesis bags from the emergency room, and I was able to keep it contained into that. But yeah, it was pretty bad. So yeah, so after that, I kind of just, I felt better. I really wanted to eat chili. My mother-in-law brought, she sent over some chili, and her chili is amazing. And I really, really wanted to eat it, but I know myself, and I'm the type of person that, and I've been through this before, I would rather eat something that I know if I throw up, it won't be extremely bad throwing it up. And chili wouldn't be very good. So definitely that. I'm feeling okay today. I don't know, it hits me here and there. I didn't really feel like putting any makeup on or anything. I really wanted to make this video though, but I don't feel good. So that's another symptom. I'm also still sneezing a lot. I swear I feel like I sneeze like 50 times a day. It's ridiculous. And I'm real congested, as you'll probably hear me. But I blow my nose, all that, and it doesn't matter. I'm still congested. I'm still sneezing a million times a day. And another thing that I've noticed too is I'm breaking out again. I got like 2 little pimples up here, and then I had a couple right here, and then some down here, which really sucks. I've always had clear skin, but I guess pregnancy hormones are going to have their way with my face. What else? The cramping has gone away. I don't really feel crampy anymore, which is good, because I know I talked about it before, like I got a little bit nervous about it, just because it was uncomfortable, and usually I only get cramps like that if I'm about to get my period. So I was concerned about it, but I did talk with the nurse, like I mentioned in my other video. Yeah, so let me see. Exhaustion, moodiness, irritable, morning sickness, food aversions, the sneezing, cravings. So I don't really think that I'm having any, everybody else that seems to think that I'm craving everything, but I really just, with these food aversions, I'm not really hungry, but I'm craving cheeseburgers, and they have to be from McDonald's. The worst cheeseburgers out there for you. They're terrible. They are not good for you, and that's probably contributes to getting sick, but I can't stop thinking about cheeseburgers. They are definitely on my mind quite a bit. So 7 weeks today, 7 weeks pregnant, and going off of, so I use 2 pregnancy apps. I use Pregnancy Plus, And then I also use What to Expect. Now with the Pregnancy Plus app, I do like it. I like the video, or like the sound effects. It's, you know, once the baby reaches the point where the heart starts beating, you hear a little heartbeat. So that's kind of cool. I'm gonna show you a picture. Oh, never mind, that one's not working right now. So basically this, and so that the other app that I like to use is What to Expect. And I feel like this app has a lot more details, a lot more information, a lot more things that you can read on. It also has like a community, so you can be part of like chats. You can, you know, they've got ones for like your local area, so like you can go to a different city and you can kind of like chat with people in your area, which is kind of cool. But let me see here. I just think that this one has more information. It gives you a lot more details. So right now at 7 weeks, this is what the baby is looking like. It says the baby is approximately 1/4 of an inch in length, which is about the size of a blueberry. The baby is, and this is pretty cool, 10,000 times bigger now than what it was at conception. That's pretty significant. And then it kind of breaks down, it helps you to determine like, it helps you explain like how a due date is configured. It helps you to understand the parts that are growing. So right now, the baby's arms and legs are starting to develop. Let's see. The baby's arm and leg buds begin to sprout and grow longer, dividing into hand, arm, and shoulder segments, and leg, knee, and foot segments. The baby's kidneys are forming this week. Also, the baby's mouth and tongue, which is so cute. I mean, there's like all kinds of things that you can, it tells you about your body. This little section down here talks about like how to help nausea if you're having the nausea, because lots of people get it that. And then it also has a section about common symptoms for this stage of pregnancy: frequent urination, fatigue, breast tenderness. Oh, that was another thing. My boobs are still hurting really bad. Another thing on here is excessive saliva. I have that too. I see, this thing is nice. It helps you, because I totally forgot about that. I feel like I'm always spitting or something. Heartburn and indigestion. I don't really have heartburn. I've never really dealt with heartburn ever. I've never really, even without being pregnant, I mean, maybe a few times, and maybe a few times during the pregnancy, but nothing excessive and nothing to the point where I've ever had to really like take anything for it. And then it also talks like frequently asked questions that you can bring up to your doctor, because for most doctors, from what I've been learning, they don't really have you come in for your first visit until you're about 8 to 9 weeks, which is new to me. Like I've talked about before, in my last pregnancies, I always came in right away, but I guess this is how they do things. But it has like a list of questions that you can ask. And then at the bottom, it has where you can swipe, and you can go to like the next month or the next week that you're gonna be in. And then it tells you all of like what's going on with the baby, what's growing, what's forming this week. I think it's pretty cool. With my other pregnancy, with Elijah, I use Pregnancy Plus. So, I mean, I think a lot of them are all the same. They say the same things. I just like What to Expect because it has more details, more things, more interactive details, more information and things like that. So for me, that's probably the one that I'll use the most. So that's pretty much it as far as symptoms and what's been going on. My first appointment isn't until January 25th, so I still got about week or so, and I tried getting in sooner, but I couldn't, so I just gotta wait that out. I'm looking forward to it. I'm really excited, and I can't wait to get this started. But I guess with that, I will do a belly shot. Like I said in my last video, I will not be doing a bare belly. I'm too self-conscious about my belly. Maybe once it starts filling out more and it's more pronounced, maybe I will. I don't know. It just depends on how I feel at that point. But yeah, let's just show you my belly. So here it is from the side. I don't think it really changed much from the last week. Here's from the front. Can see where my belly button is. And then from the side, I think I still feel like I look a lot bigger than what I see for most 7-week updates. Maybe it is twins, I don't know, but thank you guys so much for watching my video. I want to apologize for the way that I look. I don't feel very well. Hopefully I can get the handle on this, but yeah, it hit me yesterday pretty bad, so I'm just trying to make it through. But thank you again for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Bye.